Excellent work, Doctor. You've just lost another companion. Okay, so the Middle Ages were a bust. Sorry I landed us in a plague town. You're sure the vaccine you gave me works? 100%. To make it up to you, why don't you choose where we go next? Oh, okay, sure. Any ideas? Well, we've seen a lot of Ancient Earth stuff, like the 21st century. There's been a few space stations. Tell you what, how about you punch in a random set of coordinates and that's where we'll go? What if I send us into a star? The TARDIS has safeguards for that happening. Plus, she's shielded, so... Okay, let me see. You sure? Yeah, let's give it a whirl. Looks like a desert world. Looks that way, yeah. Something wrong? No, I've just got this funny feeling, like I've been here before or something. Hey! Hello! Ooh, congratulations, you just made contact with the indigenous population. What do you think they'll look like? Looks humanoid. No idea. It's a desert world, so they might have scales to help mitigate the heat. They might also have some sort of water sac to keep water in like earth camels, or it's human. Hello. Hello, I'm Dave. Who are you? Tim. Tim. I knew a Tim once. That's a good name. How old are you? 9. 9. Wow, you're a big boy then, aren't you? Mister, I'm not a little kid. You don't have to talk down to me. Right. Sorry. Tim, do you mind telling me the name of the planet we're on? It doesn't have a name. It doesn't have a name? No, we're just a small colony. We haven't bothered giving it a name. Well, that's silly. What do you call the ground you walk on? The ground? Okay, I suppose I walked into that one. What's your name? I'm the Doctor. Tim, what's the matter? Nothing, That's weird. Why would the name Doctor scare him? Well, remember Dave, that the TARDIS is translating everything for us. They might not really be speaking English, and whatever our word for doctor is may mean something completely different to them. Should we follow? I'm curious. Let's see this colony they live in. Mom! Mom! It's the Doctor! Well, this must be the village. Sharon, you're a fool, boy. Let 'em straight to us. Hello, everyone. Is something the matter? Yeah, you're here to kill us all. What? Everyone just settle down. Do any of the legends say that the Doctor travels with other people? No. Then lower your garden tools. We have guests. Yes, Mayor Steve. My apologies. There's a local legend about some boogeyman known as the Doctor. I'm Steve, leader of the village. They've taken to calling me Mayor. I'm Dave. I think I may have met another member of your species once. He was even wearing the same outfit. No, I'm afraid you must be mistaken. I was a lab experiment, completely one of a kind. And you are? The Doctor. Well, I guess that you're a doctor, but what's your name? Doctor. That's it. I'm the Doctor. Oh. Well, why don't I just call you Mr. Smith for right now? It'll make everyone feel a bit better. One of a kind? But he died on the freighter I was working on. Before he closed the doors, he tried to put out the fire and got burned to a crisp. And a head that looked exactly like his was in the Time Bandits Museum. I think we need to keep an eye on him. Well, who are they? The younger one is named Dave. The man is Smith, a doctor. But is he the Doctor? Would it matter if he is? What more could he do to us? Well, we don't know what he's capable of. That should terrify us all. Until we have a better idea of who they are, I say we invite them in for some tea. They are guests, after all. So, we're going to get some tea prepared. While we do that, why don't you tell us a bit about yourselves? When did your ship crash? Crash? Well, no one comes here on purpose. We did a few days back. We picked up your life signals with what little power our ship had left and decided to hope for the best that you weren't cannibals or something. No cannibals here, I can assure you of that. So, what's the story on this place? The boy said the planet didn't have a name. This is true. The planet was originally colonized by humans, and over time some of us other folk have come in and settled with everyone. That debris field in orbit is quite merciless, isn't it? Quite. I arrived about 30 years ago. Tried to salvage some stuff, but like everyone else that tried the same, didn't work out so well. Why were you here? I wanted to show my grandson here the sights of the universe. Random stops, no plan, just sightseeing. Sorry that didn't work out. If you'll join me over here. We found a root out in the desert that hydrates itself the warmer it gets. We use that for drinking water, bathing, you name it. When the plant dies, we ground it up into a tea. You get used to the taste pretty fast. So, do you happen to know why human colonists tried to settle a desert world? Seems like to me I would have tried somewhere else first. It wasn't always a desert. It was a jungle world before the disaster. Disaster? Disaster? What do you mean disaster? The evidence is all around you. The debris field you crashed in to get here. The mountains. Mountains? No. What is it? The mountains, Dave. The Dalek ships. I have been here before. Our ancestors landed here to colonize this world. Everything went fine until a mysterious stranger known as the Doctor appeared one day asking about the colony. He left after getting his information. The fleet of ships that had amassed above the planet came crashing down. The planet was destroyed and turned into the desert you see here. 2/3 of the colonists lost their lives. Do you want to know how many people were here before that? 2,751. The 51 was a baby girl, born a few weeks prior. That baby was my great-great-grandmother. So, you are him. I'm sorry. Doctor, what is he talking about? There was a war, a time war, between my race and the Daleks. Near the end, the Daleks were starting to close in on my home planet and use this one as a staging ground. It was just outside of Gallifrey in space, and the Time Lords were too pompous to think that the Daleks could get this close. I found out and destroyed the fleet, thinking I'd saved my planet. At the cost of nearly 3,000 innocent people. 3,000 versus several billion. I thought I made the right decision, but the Daleks just ended up invading a few months later and Gallifrey fell. Well, sort of. This event is what made me say no more. Leave. George, you don't have the right. Don't have the right. He murdered our ancestors. There are people out there that were never born because of him, because of the decision he made. If anything, Steve, you don't have the right. He's right. I should go. I'm sorry. Save your sorry for someone who cares, murderer. Doctor. Can't we fix this? Just go back in time and stop it from happening? No. The Time War is a fixed point in time. It happened, and there's nothing that can be done about it. This planet burned like so many others. I failed it. Well, can't we do something? Like relocate everyone? They've never had a way off-world, and with the TARDIS we can give them that. They wouldn't accept. They'd say no just to spite me. Shouldn't we stay to keep an eye on that mayor guy? No, there's nothing that can keep me here. I don't even know how we ended up here. Do you know what the odds are of you punching in these particular set of coordinates? You know, you say the TARDIS is sentient. What if she brought us here for a reason? She probably did. That's the problem with me, though. I'm a terrible listener. Doctor, aren't you the one who taught me that we help where we can? Yes, but the problem is we can only save someone who wants to be saved. These people here, they'd jump on the first ship big enough to carry them out of here as long as I wasn't captaining it. I killed their ancestors and ruined their home. They don't want anything to do with me. Then do something to make it up to them. Maybe these ships could be cannibalized and make some sort of food-growing device or something to help them survive. If we can't save them by getting them off-world, can't we do something to at least help? Never be cruel, you said. I think it'd be pretty cruel if we left them here as they are. We should always try and be nice, but never fail to be kind. Dave. Doctor. please. You companions. You're always my better half. You're right. Let's march back into that village and offer them help in any way we can. Thank you. Before we go, I thought I might offer my assistance in helping you with gardening. The Daleks, as vile as they might have been, had filtration pumps and other doohickeys that might help with collecting water for drinking and bathing. I know I'm not exactly welcome, but I'm here to help if you need it. Absolutely not. George, if he can help at all, I don't care. Good thing it doesn't matter if you do or not, because I think I'll take him up on his offer. You can't be serious. What would you give for a glass of cold water and fresh food? What if he can help give us that? Fine. I'm coming with to keep an eye on him, though. Be my guest. We'll take you to one of the downed ships that has an opening inside. So, this thing used to be sitting up. Yes, pointed right at the sky. Now, though, it's, well, fallen over. Think it's safe to go in? Not in the slightest. Awesome. Let's get to it. Do we all have to go in? This doesn't really seem like a job for 7 people. A job for 7 beings. Sorry, Rooster. Oh, come on. These things have been lying dormant on your planet for 6 of your generations, and you've never once had the urge to peek inside? Not really, no. Come on, it'll be fun. Danger's over with. The only thing that could harm you right now is radiation, but I doubt that'll be much of a problem. We get in, find some spare parts, and get out. Sound good? I'm game. Let's see this ship. Yeah, I guess I'm in too. I think I'll wait here if it's all the same. That way, if you walk out by yourself, I can run back to the village and warn them before you kill everyone else. All right, suit yourself. Now, obviously the ship is unstable, so watch where you step and don't touch anything without my say-so. Otherwise, we'll be perfectly safe. So, how do you plan on finding the parts? How do you think? Ah, there we are. I'm reading a signal coming from this direction. Come on, kids. Here we are, the room where things do stuff. Give me a moment to see what's what and I'll give it a go. Doctor? Yes, Dave. I'm not exactly an expert on things that do stuff, but this machinery looks largely intact. Yes, it is surprisingly maintained. Good news for us, I guess. Most of this stuff is in working condition. I'm also getting a signal from below us as well. Oh, shield. Great. Sorry, probably activated that with my tampering. Give me a moment. No good. It's deadlocked. Look around in the room for a button to turn it off. No!
Alert! The Doctor is out of the containment field. 5 organic life forms are present. Prepare them for extermination. No, we can use them to our advantage.
How? I destroyed your ships.
You did, but we always survive.
Oh, I think I see now.
We have used the shells from our fallen brethren to keep us alive.
And you've been hiding out here in the dark ever since. Not much of a great and noble Dalek existence. But the Dalek fleet was destroyed. How could there be survivors? Daleks are resilient. Enough to take a ship falling on them, it seems.
Correct. I was to be the start of a new Dalek paradigm to assault Gallifrey, but you stopped me short of my destiny. The Dalek Supreme shielded us in this chamber to avoid our extermination as the ships fell. All hail the Dalek Supreme!
Go with the force field and give me them back. I doubt you have much energy left after being cooped up here so long.
No, but the villagers have enough energy to power an emergency temporal shift.
Allowing you to escape once you've murdered them. Fine, we bargain. What do you want?
Extermination of the Doctor!
Well, that's obvious.
I want to see you defeated, utterly destroyed, lying dead and broken on a world you failed to save. We will let these beings go if you surrender yourself to us for extermination.
With me dead, you'll be able to run amok on this world and spread to others.
Correct. You must choose. Sacrifice yourself to save these 5 with the full knowledge that they will die anyway. Or leave. Leave them to their fate and survive. Manage to save countless more that we would otherwise kill.
I thought you were monsters before. This is pure diabolical evil. I'd expect something like this from the Master, or Davros. But coming from an ordinary Dalek...
There is nothing ordinary about me. I am the Dalek Supreme.
Oh, would you quit calling yourself that? You sound like someone ordering a pizza. You're just an ordinary Dalek that has an upgraded cranium.
Be silent, or one of the hostages will be exterminated.
Okay, fine. I'll say no more on the subject.
You have 1 hour to make your decision, Doctor. Save yourself or die.
I'll be back. You watch. I'll figure out a way to stop you. He is going to come back, right? I sure hope so. He shouldn't. He should get as far away from here as possible. What? And leave us to die? We're nothing compared to the millions these Daleks will kill if they get off planet without the Doctor to stop them. The best chance for the whole universe is for him to leave us. How can you say that? I've been traveling with him for a while now. He saves people. It's what he does. Sometimes, though, people die anyway, no matter how hard he tries. He always strives to save as many people as he can, though, and in this instance, he needs to let us die to save countless more. Oh, it's happening again. This is what he did when he destroyed the fleet. It's the impossible decision. You think you just let a friend die and leave you here? I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to find out. Hey, where are the others? They've been captured. Captured? Yes, some Daleks came back from the dead and captured them. Either I give myself up and sacrifice, or they'll all die. What are you going to do? Not give myself up, that's for sure. If I die, they'll spread to the whole planet and kill everyone anyway. I'll have to figure out another way to stop them. We have some guns back at the village. We could... No, guns won't work on them. The shielding alone will stop the incoming round, let alone penetrate the shell. Okay, how did you beat them the first time? I just snuck inside their ships and blew up the reactor cores, or sent the ships flying into one another, or any different combination of things that sent them plummeting down. Options that aren't on the table right now. Well, the legend we have about you say that you travel in some sort of disappearing box. Is it somehow possible to sneak inside and save them? No, the space is too confined. It'd be impossible to pilot the TARDIS in there. Too many beings in such a small space. Might accidentally materialize the Dalek inside, and then they'd have free reign of the universe. So, if you let the others die, what happens? Will the Daleks just go away? No, they'll kill your friends and Dave, and then move on to the rest of the planet, and then the universe. So, what would leaving them accomplish? It would buy me time to evacuate the planet, get all of you in the TARDIS, and find another world for you to inhabit. But, as much as a dump as this place is, it's our home. I don't want to leave. I doubt many others would too. Exactly what I told Dave. You're too stubborn for your own good. So, what can you do? I don't know. I'm still trying to think. Are you going to leave them? No, of course not. I wouldn't do that. So, you're going to give yourself up to them then? No, I can't do that either. Then you're going to leave them. I already said no. I'm not going to do that. Well, it looks like you've only got 2 options here, Doctor. It's either leave or die. Sacrifice a few to save many, or let the whole planet die. Which one are you going to choose? Different question. Which one would you choose? If we could somehow persuade everyone to leave, would you leave the others to die? Yes. Yes, if it saves everyone else, absolutely. Then get off your high horse and quit giving me grief, because that was the exact decision I made that ruined your planet. No, stop. Just stop. You ordinary people, you don't see the big picture. You have the small picture of you and your family and what's going to make you happiest. You never have to worry about the things that could cause old creation to unwind. You don't have to think about all the beings that are suffering under tyranny that you can't save for one reason or another, or the planets you have to burn so others can live. You think life is full of easy questions like, do I go to work to survive, or do I take the day off and die? You don't see that life isn't fair and sometimes you have to drop a Dalek fleet on some poor people's heads so billions more will live. You never have to know the pain that keeps you up at night from having to make that decision and the eventual realization that you didn't impact much and that a lot of people you tried to save by killing a few in the process died horrible deaths anyway. Maybe not right away, maybe it took a while, but no matter how hard I try, the Daleks come back and kill everything they see anyway. So if you think I don't care, stop right now, because that's all I do. I have the duty of care. I care for the whole time and space and try to save as many people from whatever dark evil force tries to kill them. I don't always make the right decisions. Sometimes there's no such thing as a right decision. But I do the best I can, and it never gets easier. Never. Doctor, I'm sorry. Go back to your village and get them ready. We're going to evacuate. What am I to you? Another failure.
I was gonna be with you forever. Broken man!
Go on. You can clear off, get back in your lonely bloody TARDIS and you don't come back.
Another companion I let down. Another poor soul I screwed up, like the others. You happy with this universe? You happy? Why did it have to be another one of my companions? Why couldn't it have been someone else? Why couldn't it have been some other planet? Some other planet. Oh, you hear that, universe? You're not killing anyone today. Not today. Let's find another planet.
It has been nearly an hour. The Doctor is not coming back. He will return. He always does.
Ha! Shows what you dumb tin cans know. The Doctor knows that he's the best chance the universe has in times of crisis. He won't sacrifice himself just to save us.
You have obviously not spent much time with the Doctor.
I've spent enough time.
Wherever there is danger, the Doctor is there. Wherever there are Daleks, the Doctor is there. He has killed countless numbers of our kind. No place in the universe is safe for Daleks. He always finds us. Today is no exception, but we will have the upper hand this time. His compassion will lead to his demise, and the Daleks will be the rulers of the cosmos. All hail the Daleks, rulers of the cosmos! All hail the Daleks!
Yeah? What does that mean?
Anything that is not Dalek is impure. The impure will be cleansed. You are impure, and your time has come to an end. The Doctor did not return. He is of no consequence now. If he ran, he has become a coward and will be found again and exterminated.
The Doctor will be exterminated.
You are an imposter.
No, I am from another ship. I detected your life signals and came as fast as I could. Hooray for extermination.
You are not a Dalek.
Oh well, can't blame a guy for trying. Doctor, you came back. Of course I did.
You returned to sacrifice yourself.
No, I came to get these people back.
Then you will die.
No, I won't, because I was a busy little Time Lord.
Emergency! Unknown systems error! What have you done, Doctor?
See, the Time War and the destruction of your fleet here is a fixed point, which means it always has to happen. But where it happens doesn't matter, as long as it does.
Emergency! Emergency!
I went back in time and changed the coordinates in your ship's computers to travel to a planet equal distance from Gallifrey as this one, but one that was uninhabited, meaning you never crashed on this planet and so can't be here right now in this moment.
You will be exterminated!
You see, I turned you and your crew into a paradox, and I think we all know what happens to paradoxes. Grab him! Doctor, I don't have a pulse! Hold on! There, good as new. I don't think he can talk. Oh, that's a small problem I can fix later. Now, let's go before... Everyone out! So, what happened to Steve? He was sucked into the vortex. Usually that'd mean he'd reset to wherever he was supposed to go before coming here. But I altered him by restarting his heart with the sonic. Now he's an anomaly. He'll be forced to relive the past few moments of his life over and over again across all of time and space, and even quite possibly different dimensions entirely. Well, that's kind of horrifying. What's horrifying? What happened to Steve? Who's Steve? No, what? You did it! Who did what? The doctor fixed your world! Fixed my world? What? It's always been like this. Don't you remember, Dave? Wait, you remember me? Of course, you've always been here. I am so confused. I rewrote the history of this planet. The timeline changed, and the inhabitants' memories along with it. Steve got removed, and I guess you got put in his place. What do you mean, put in his place? He's been serving our planet for 2 terms now. And evidently you're their leader as well. Well, if I took Steve's place... Who? Who's the Steve you keep talking about? And who are you? He's just an old friend of Dave's, one who should probably be leaving. But really? When I found you, Dave, you said you didn't have a home. Nowhere to go. Now it seems I've found you a home. Yeah, I guess you have. Follow them back to wherever it is you stay, and I'll pop the TARDIS around to give you your guitar. You know what? You keep it. If I'm in charge, I'm not sure I really need it. Very well then. I guess this is goodbye. Yeah, I guess so. Thank you for everything, Doctor. It's been fun. It really has, Dave. It really has. I'm really confused. Who was that? It would probably depend on who you ask. To some, he might be the last thing they see. A mortal enemy, a destroyer of worlds, who travels without any remorse to those he has to kill. To others, he's a guardian angel. He's what stands between them and utter annihilation. A great warrior who won't stand to see the downtrodden be stomped on by the dictators or sociopaths of the universe. Some call him the oncoming storm, the bringer of darkness, the great destroyer of worlds. But I just call him the Doctor.
Vortex manipulators, yours a slave to mine. Cheap and nasty time travel.
Face me, magician! Face me!
Oh, you probably want to throw up, don't you? Pick a local. According to you, this is where the Doctor is.
Okay, how do we find him? How do we know what we're looking for?
Anachronisms. The slightest, tiniest. Anachronisms.
Sorry I'm late.
He hasn't got a plan yet. But he will have. And it will be spectacular.
I'm the Doctor, and I save people. Here. Now. This is where your story ends.
What is happening?
Same old, just the Doctor and Clara Oswald in the TARDIS.